on, baby.
From the storied halls of the Columbus Italian Club, where strategy meets spectacle, welcome to the 9th annual DADDL CUP DRAFT. For nearly a decade, 20 competitors have journeyed to Chautauqua, New York, each convinced they are part of something far bigger than themselves. And in truth, maybe they are. Last year, Team Black, led by Dom Schneider, stormed to a 32.5 to 22.5 victory. A win so decisive, it still echoes in post-round excuses and group chat banter. Across from the night stands Captain Carmen Catullo, determined to reclaim the cup and rewrite the story that has haunted his team for 12 long months. Over 3 demanding days at the Chautauqua Golf Club, these men will face scrambles that test chemistry, alternate shots that test patience, and match play that will test, well, everything else. 23 points are all that's required for victory, but each will be fought for with passion that far exceeds the stakes and with a seriousness that defies reason. Tonight, rosters will be built, game plans whispered, and friendships politely put on hold until the final putt drops. This is where champions are chosen. This is the DADDL CUP DRAFT. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on, Jimmy.
We officially kick things off. I want to take a moment and introduce my co-host with me tonight. I, of course, Jim Petrola, here with your GM, Christopher Level.
Ciao, ciao.
Chris, happy to have you here. First and foremost, congratulations on baby Gino.
Thank you, baby G. How you doing?
I know, as a parent, golf can be affected after the first kid.
Yeah.
But there's an extra motivation for you this year. You're playing for him, right? So what's it going to feel like if, 1, you get drafted first, and 2, you can win the cup? How does that feel as a dad?
I mean, as a dad, it feels great. You want to be your son's hero, right? I'm a 5-time champion looking for 6, looking for the Jordan, So, yeah, you always want to be your little boy's hero. I'm raising him up to be a winner, so I'm going to be a winner.
What are you teaching him about golf?
Right now, he's watching me putt like shit, so.
All right. Gotta start somewhere. And to my right, the swag man, the stats man, Joey Fisher. I know Joey's come prepared with a lot of interesting tidbits and stats for each player, so we'll definitely get into those a little bit. Joe, I haven't paid much attention to the golf game. I feel like we didn't get to golf as much this year as we did last year. How are you feeling coming into this year's draft and into the cup?
I'm feeling pretty average, right where I should be, I guess.
So you played in Michigan. How was that?
That was a little tough. Michigan kind of chewed me up and spit me out, so I got to bounce back here a little bit.
And now that whole stat sheet, I'm not an Excel guy. I look at that thing and it amazes me. God bless you for doing that. If you guys haven't seen that, go check out the stats. We have some player cards and stats ready for you as you get drafted. But Joe, you got anything interesting that you want to read off for us?
I do. I have some interesting stats here. So I want to take you back. The year is 2017. The Billboard charts are topped with The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. The Despacito remix, That's What I Like by Bruno Mars. Humble by Kendrick Lamar. Something Just Like This. The Chainsmokers and Coldplay. The box office has hits like Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, The Beauty and the Beast live action, Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, fidget spinners are all the rage. La La Land almost won Best Picture. Firefest was a dumpster fire. Kendall Jenner was stopping riots with a Pepsi.
Bang. Would.
The world was introduced to LeVar Ball and BBB. Nintendo brought us the Switch. We lost Mary Tyler Moore, Bill Paxton, Chuck Berry, Charlie Murphy, Chris Cornell, Adam West, Chester Bennington, John Hurd, who was the dad in Home Alone, Frank Vincent, Hugh Hefner, Tom Petty, and Roy Halladay that year. But something very special was also born. August 26, 2017, DADDL CUP was birthed.
Yeah.
We didn't know it at the time, but it was going to become larger than we expected. When we tee off on September 4th, it will have been 2,932 days, or about 419 weeks, since the birth of the DADDL CUP.
Wow.
We will have played 6,120 holes in the DADDL CUP.
Holy shit.
That's about 340 18-hole rounds, and if each round takes about 4 to 4.5 hours, that's upwards of 1,530 hours of golf.
That's like Paul Summer.
Can we delete that? Can we delete that from the stream so our lives don't hear?
Or if you're
Miguel's played a few more holes, you know what I mean? Not chicks either.
So I talked about time. Let's talk about some distance. Between Chautauqua, Peak and Peak, and Safari, we have played a total of 2,537,330 yards of golf. That's 1,441 miles. That is enough for Dom to drive back and forth from his house to Daddle 3 times. Or, if we start at Daddle, we can play golf all the way to Houston, Texas.
Wow.
Man.
That is a lot of numbers, gentlemen.
Chris will still probably be 130 yards out off the tee. But
Senor Peace Missile.
Marcus is sitting over there just dialing all these numbers in. He's like, yeah, he's right.
Marcus is like, that one's
I'm being real-time fact check, but surprised he didn't interrupt me like a presidential debate.
You might have been off by a yard or two. He'll tell you
Well,
later.
that was great. That makes you appreciate how special this is, and that's why it's so fun to get together, get all this set up, do the draft. I know some people probably think you guys are nuts, but this is so fun for us to do, and we want to keep the tradition going long enough that when we all have kids, they can play, right? So we want to kick this things off. Next thing I want to do is introduce our captains, the people that make this night go, the one who have all the strategy behind them. I know they've been chirping. I know they've been texting with the group, figuring out who they're going to pick, and draft boards have been changing. So before we dive into that, let me introduce last year's champion, Team Black's captain, Dom Schneider. Dom, got to play with you a little bit today. Know you were a little rusty, but won the match, got the first pick in the draft. How are you approaching tonight's slate?
Yeah, so benefit of doing this, 8 previous years is you got a routine now. I mean, I'm not doing anything different this year than I did last year. I felt like coming into last year, I was the most prepared for the Cup I ever was, from a mental standpoint, a physical standpoint. I knew who I wanted. It's the same thing this year. I'm approaching it just like last year. And I'll say the DADDL Cup is the thing that I am most proud of outside of my family. Like when I talk to people at work, I talk about my kids and my wife, but the third thing on that list is talking about you guys, the Cup, the draft, the match, the pairings, all the shit that we do that goes into this. It is one of the things that I'm most proud of, and I take it seriously. So
absolutely,
I'm ready for this year. I'm excited.
All right, well, you're going to be on the clock soon, so get cracking in those numbers. I know you got your draft board and Excel sheet probably already. Now we move to Carmen, Team Red captain Catulo, looking to regain the championship after winning at Peak and Peak, losing last year. How do we come back from last year and make sure we assemble a good team with some new people in the mix?
Yeah, I will say this is the number one most important thing to me. More than number one. I like you guys. I love you guys more than them. This is more important than anything in my life. This right now.
You were born for this.
My strategy has changed slightly after losing last year. I'm looking more at my strategy from the year before. The players I had on my team that year, I'm looking more at that to try to regain the crown.
Very good. How are you feeling about the golf game coming in?
I feel fine. I mean, my nemesis is Dom. I got to beat him in 1v1, and I look forward to doing that at the Cup.
Ooh. Already chirping before the draft starts. With that, I guess we'll get right into it, and we will officially put Team Black on the cup.
Before we do that, I have some individual stats that once a player gets drafted that I will announce. Just some fun little tidbits.
Nice.
And I have some tidbits about our captain. So for you, Dom, I have titled you the Match Me If You Can. You have the most match points in Cup history with 200 and the most holes won with 148. And the next closest is Pat Beebe with 125. So you have quite a margin over him. Carmen, to my right, you know Taylor Swift just announced a new album, right? And you are all decked out in red. And I don't know about you, but you're feeling 22. And 22, Carmen was the MVP. He tied for the most holes won with 30, the least holes lost, which was 16. He had the most match points, which was 38.5, and he tied for the most team points, and with a winning percentage of 80% of his matches. So those are the two interesting stats that you guys are the unique about you.
And that's why we have them as captains, right? So let's officially announce it. You good to go, Joe? GM Chris, we good to announce pick number 1?
Did we talk about these captains being both 4-3-1 going into this year?
No, we did not.
I mean, this is going to be a big year, right? 2023 was big. Dom was really pissed off, came back in 2024. Now Carmen's pissed off, both 4-3-1. A lot riding here. Who's going to have the edge? I'm ready to go, Jim. Lead it off, my guy.
Let's go. All right. Well, with that, we'll officially put Dom on the clock for pick number 1. Curious to see if it's all who we might think it is, but who knows? Could be a mix-up. Let's see. Dom, you officially have 5 minutes.
We won't need 5 minutes. So this will be the least surprising pick of the draft. I mean, anybody who knows the DADDL Cup, especially from last year, knows the performance that Chris and I put on last year. I mean, we went a whole day and a half without losing a single hole. On day 2, we won 21.5 points. Nobody has ever done that. So I'm going to pick Chris with the first pick. But here's the thing. And here's the thing, and it kind of rubs me the wrong way, the things that I've been hearing, the text messages that I've been getting all week for the last few weeks. People say things like, are you sure he's the right pick? His handicap's up. He hasn't played as much golf. He has a kid. All this bullshit, to be honest, that is complete disrespect. And those people know who they are, and I'm not going to say who they are because they might end up on my team. But it's very disrespectful after the performance that we've put on last year to even question it. And the amount of questions that I've had is outrageous. Another thing I want to say, you kind of hinted on it earlier, but like his support system is by far the best I've ever seen. His wife, Marta, she's probably more competitive than he is. He hits the ball a mile off the tee, right? We all know that. But at Chautauqua, there's times where you need to hit it 250 and be strategic. Marta says to him, hey, go buy a 5-wood. How many of our wives would tell us to go buy another $300 club, right? She wants him to win. And the fact that, he has a kid and people think that as like a negative towards his game this year, like he's not going to play much, I look at it completely different. He is more motivated to do his best for that kid. And the fact that he gets a chance to win a DADDL Cup for Gino, I'll take that all day.
Fuck yeah, Dom.
Great pick.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
We
go.
all saw that coming. We know you show up for the cup.
Yeah.
Got your stats on the board here. Joey's going to give a little spiel too. After that, I want to get you with some questions.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I have you as the refuse to lose. You have the lowest number of holes lost for the longest tenured player at 94, and the third most holes won at 120, and the most holes halved. So, you just absolutely refuse to lose.
That's why you consistently get picked number 1.
What do they say? Tying's like kissing your sister. What is that? What's that saying?
Yeah.
I don't have a fucking sister.
Does that mean you kiss your brothers?
No, I'm ready to go. It's awesome.
Number 1, pick
Yeah.
is in. Chris, you're ready to go. You
Yeah.
know the pressure that comes with being number 1.
Uh-huh.
How are you going to
Pressure is a
approach Hope and
privilege.
Dom now in the draft?
What'd you say?
I said, how are you going to help now? How are you going to help Dom now approach the draft? What insights can you provide to him?
I go above and beyond on this. It's something that I love. Everybody has like their little passions. The DADDL Cup's one of ours, right? So when it comes like to the Instagram account, I'm doing a lot. I'm texting a bunch of guys.
Great videos, by the way.
Thank you.
Exceptional.
Thank you.
Everyone just like round of applause for the video.
And it's a fun thing to do, and it means a lot because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I love my friends. Like I talk shit all the time, and when the cup comes, I'm going to talk shit. It's up to you how you handle that or not. When it comes to competition, I'm always locked in because I fucking love it. That's how we were raised, and that's how I've always been. Doubted very early in my age, and whether it was basketball, football, baseball, and I figured it the fuck out, and I did well. And whether it's beer pong, golf, fucking screw your neighbor, I don't really care. I just like to win and enjoy my time while I do it. So you're going to see me talk shit to you. You're going to see me play some Spanish music, especially if Miguel's on in my cart with me. And then you're going to see Barnhart and I downing Crown Peach, whether he's on my team or not.
Love to hear it. Look forward to the performance this year, Chris. With that, we now have pick number 2 on the clock. Carmen, you have 5 minutes if you need it.
I don't need fun. Great pick. You know what's happening. I'm going to look for a revenge factor in some picks. This pick is a revenge factor for how he played last year. He knows this. We talked about it a lot. Paul's going to be my first pick in the second pick of the draft.
All right, Paulie Tornello, second pick of the draft. Of course, we know Paul playing rounds all the time. Every time you open your phone, there's a grant notification that Paul started a new round. Usually teamed up with Carmen, so always has to usually go up against Chris. So Chris, I know you got some competition there.
Yep.
Joey, what do you got for us on Paul?
So do you guys know what numerology is?
No.
Numerology is the belief in mystical relationships between numbers and events, okay? Super Bowl 57 in 2023, the Chiefs defeated the Eagles 38-35, right? What did Paul shoot in the 1v1 that year? A 38, net 35. Is there something there? I think there might be. And a 38 that year was the best in the field. So
We will have to see how he performs.
Did he win?
he did win that one.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's the number that means the most.
Yes,
we do have to see how he shows up. We did see a blow-up round the other day. So whether that was handicap management or he did have a mental breakdown, I don't know. But we'll have to see how Paul shows up, but I like the pick. I like the pick. Dom, that means we go over to you for pick number 3.
Yep. So went back and forth on this one a lot. I like Carmen's mention of revenge. I'm gonna take a guy here who's been doubted year after year, and Marcus said he's the Ryan Day of the DADDL Cup. But Ryan Day wins championships, and John Zampini won a championship last year. So I'm going to go with Zampini. I think he's got a little bit of fuel in the fire. People said a lot of shit about him last year that I think that was unwarranted. And I'm going to ride with Zampini again this year.
Love it. Love it. Seems like the draft is going as predicted.
You guys are good.
Seems like it's going as predicted. I know Zampini was on the winning team last year. Zampini's just an all-around great golfer, and you can pair him with anybody, right? So I know last year we had a little fun at his dispense about calling him Ryan Day. Could never win the big one. Marcus stands by it. But 1-1 last year. Again, just great golfer. What do you have to say about John Zampini, Marcus?
Just be clear.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, Zampini knows. Like, I get no credit, he gets no credit, and that's how it is. So.
What do you mean? What do you mean you get no credit? What should we get into that later?
Yeah. Well,
He wants to get into it later.
All right. Well, great pick at number 3. Again, love the selection. 3 top golfers have gone off the map already. This is where I'd say things start getting a little interesting. Could go either way. So, Carmen, to you for pick number 4.
Well, for Zampini, sorry. So we back to the numerology thing. I dubbed Zampini here the Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra was, known for saying some pretty crazy off-the-wall shit, but not too crazy. In 2022, in the 1v1 portion, Zampini shot a field best 35 net. 39 was also his gross score was also a field best. But Yogi Berra's number was 35. So
You're just killing it, Joe. You're blowing my mind with these stats, by the way. I can't wait for all these more to come.
Stat man. He's going to get it. Joe's going to get a new title.
Wait a second, Joe.
No more
We're getting
swag
fact
officer.
checked,
He's
Joe.
the stat
We're
man.
getting fact checked from the Peanut Gallery. Marcus, big time Yankees fan, might have a correction for you.
isn't Yogi Berra's number 8?
he also wore 35.
Okay.
He also wore 35.
Yeah, 3 + 5 is 8.
Yeah, idiot.
All right. Now that we got that out of the way, Carmen, you're on the clock. Pick number 4.
So there's certain players I'm looking for a revenge factor. There's certain players I'm trying to get back from 2 years ago. This player's a revenge factor. He told me he's playing the best golf that he's played, he said, since he's been in the Cup. He's upgraded some equipment. I played with him during my match with Dom. I felt great about his play. I feel great about having him on my team. Sam is going to be my next pick.
Love it. Great pick. Another consistent golfer. High school golfer, right? So has that skill that we know he can come out and perform. Looking at his record, though, does not look like a high win percentage. So that's something that is very interesting, looking at Sam, knowing how good he is. Maybe it's just the matchups. Maybe it's just the pairings. But we'll see if he can get back on the schneid this year with Carmen.
Matt Sherrill.
He won a lot with Matt. He won like 5 points last year.
I was just listening to Marcus.
Pull up the stats.
Which is-
Joe, what do you have to say about Sam?
So for Sam, I have the Mortal Kombat Flawless Victory. He is the only player who has a 100% winning percentage and a clean sheet it's 4-0 in the 1v1 minimum 4 matches. But he does have the longest cup drought. He hasn't won since 2019.
2019. Carmen, you think you guys are going to get off the schneid this year? Think you can get Sam his cup?
Yes.
Great.
100%.
Great answer. Dom,
Okay.
we're over to you. Pick
So
number 5.
before I make a pick, let me make an observation. There's two types of people, right? We've made jokes about Zampini where he would get ran over by Evan. Day 1, day 2, day 3, whoever he was put up against, he'd get ran over. And he would always come back after rounds and say, give him to me again.
Yeah.
I want to take him again. I want to play that guy. And we would make fun of him, right? Like, dude, you just got beat.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got a dog in him, right?
That's
do you
true.
want that guy? Or do you want the guy who said, don't put me against Chris Lovell? That's the guy you want? I'm just saying. I'll take the guy who's willing to keep fighting and play again than the guy who wants to hide from Chris Lovell.
Are we like in a
Any day.
UFC promo right now? Because I feel
Sam said that last year. He said, don't put me against Chris. I love you, Sam, but that's not the kind of attitude I want. So my pick, this one's, I'm really happy about this because I was nervous with that 4th pick that Carmen was going to take this guy. This guy has shown up last year. He's shown up 2 years ago when he was on Carmen's team. I got a little worried that Carmen was like, I'm going to try and recreate that 23 team, and he was going to steal him. He is by far, at least he's in the top 2 funniest guys in the group chat. I'm going to go with Big Lou Capola.
Big Lou.
He showed up last year. He's posted some higher scores this year, but I feel like he's trending in the right direction at the right time.
And he did not want to be picked by Carmen. So now he's extra motivated because
Very
he's on
vocal
Team
about
Black.
that. So
We've seen Lou played in some golf a lot lately. Know he's in the league. Was even in Hilton Head playing golf. So it was great to see Big Lou getting out there, getting the game going. Lou, he's also 4-3-1. Cup win percentage 56%. But Joe, I'm looking forward to some more stats you got for Big Lou.
Lou has spread the love because he is the only player to have won twice with Team Black in 19 and 24, and twice with Team Red in 21 and 23.
Wow.
that's a good one there.
That's a good stat.
Spread
That's
the
a nice
love.
stat. All right, Lou. Lou's on
Not
Team
stingy on the
Black.
love.
Next, after Lou, go back to Team Red.
Same thing. So.
What pick are we on? 6? 6.
Round 3, pick 6. Yeah.
You know what's interesting?
I like being the staff.
What's interesting is Carmen's over there with his laptop. By the way, try not to slam it because of the mics. Showing Marcus his screen.
They're
And
texting
Marcus
each other
isn't
too.
even
It's-
picked yet.
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of funny, huh?
Oh, cash. Okay.
You should.
I mean, I think we would.
Is already a pre-gone conclusion that he's going to be Red's
It
team
seems
co-captain?
like it. Maybe he picks him here. That's what I'm hoping for. Go ahead.
Am I?
You are on the clock.
All right, cool. I am going to add some new blood to the mix. Not only new blood to Team Red, but new blood to the Cup. I will take Aleko with my next pick.
All right, that was kind of a wild card. We weren't sure. You know, Leko's a great golfer. I think he's, an 11 handicap coming into the Cup. Has great game. My opinion, playing with him, brother-in-law, he's going to get hot. He's going to get into a rhythm. I think that's a great pick. Love to see him enter the Cup, and I can't wait for him to experience what this all is. Joe, I don't think you have anything on Aleko. He's brand new to the Cup. What do you got?
Look at Joe. He was hoping you would lead that in like that.
And Jim, correct me on the pronunciation here. Frangopoulos?
That's 100% correct.
Frangopoulos is the Greek surname meaning son of Frank. And my Google search was rough, but I did find something about a Frangopoulos. There was a Greek tennis player in the 1896 Summer Olympics in Athens that lost in the first rounds to a Mamchua Tapsavitsa of Hungary, the eventual bronze winner, that put him in a 6-way tie for 8 out of 13. Or in other words, last place.
So are we saying the Greek coming into the Cup is not a good thing for Carmen?
Do we play tennis in the Cup?
We could, but no.
Fortunately, no.
I hope he would have better fortune.
I'm excited to see what he brings to the Cup. Dom, I am interested. New player. How did you go about assessing where he landed? I know you got to play a few times with him. Just curious, both of you guys, new players into the Cup. How do you go about assessing that?
Yeah, I mean, Aleko, basically Howie left and Aleko came in, similar handicaps. So I played with him, I think, once or twice this summer. He's pretty good. He's an 11 handicap. He plays at that number pretty frequently. Would I ever take a guy who's never played in the DADDL Cup that high? Absolutely not. But I think he's a decent golfer. So, I had him up there on my draft board. I did not have him going in the third round. So I think it's a surprising pick, and we'll see how it works out for you.
What about you, Carmen? When you get a new player into the Cup, how do you go about assessing their game? Assuming you can get out and play with them a couple times, but you don't have a good idea how they're going to perform in a Cup.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. It could come to your advantage as far as how you take the moment where you don't know how big it is and maybe you play not thinking about it. But also, I think that there's certain players that I have on my list I don't want to let fall. And I wasn't sure how Dom felt about Aleko, so I just wasn't going to let him slip past a certain part. This is exactly how I thought the first rounds would go. This is exactly what I had mapped out, and I'm completely cool with it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that insight, gentlemen. Dom, you're now on the. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I'm being told that Carmen's mic's a little faint, so we're gonna remove that mic. Cool. Put it in the center, or like right in front of your. Carmen, just move your stand in front of your laptop. Yep. And then we'll put this in between you and Joe. And this one will go there because I don't need to talk much.
They're good. All good?
Good.
Cool. All right. Yeah, thanks for those insights, fellas. Those are the things I don't miss about being captain, to be honest. It's fun watching you guys duel it out. I don't miss all the strategy and trying to figure out what Dom's doing, because trying to figure out what Dom is doing is always difficult. So, Dom, we're on to this next round, round 4, pick 7. Who do we got going here?
Yeah, so I didn't think that this guy would still be there. I mean, I thought for sure the top 3 rounds were going to go how I played out. You're going to take a guy who's never played in the Cup before, and I'm going to take a guy who's got 5 Cup wins. So same handicap. I'll take that matchup all day. I'm going to take Pat.
All right. Yeah, that's a good matchup, too. I didn't think about that as far as we look at BB's heritage. Didn't think about Pat and Aleko matchup, but if they were on the opposite teams, that's a great 1v1 matchup. I would love to watch that. Pat has a great win percentage. Of course, we know 5-2, pretty good whole win percentage at 54.9%, and match percentage also 50%. So solid player. Have definitely played a lot against Pat in the Cup. So excited to see him go here and see who he's paired up with on Team Black. Joe, what do you got on Pat?
What I got for Pat is Match.com. He has finished top 5 in match points 5 out of the 8 years, and only once of those 5 outside of the top 3. In 18, he finished first. In 19, he finished third. 21, he finished second. In 22, he finished fourth. And in 24, he finished third. So Pat wins matches.
That is someone, Dom, you bring up a good point. Same handicap, a lot of Cup experience. Aleko, great golfer, no Cup experience. We're going to see how that plays out. I'm excited to see that matchup happen. Maybe it's a lot of risk, but it could be a lot of reward for Carmen. So love this kind of meat of the draft now as we get into pick number 8, I believe it is. And this is where I'm sure it's challenging for the captains. As you get through, you get to the lower handicaps, who shows up. Right now, I'm assuming, Dom, Carmen, correct me, that you're looking at who has the best potential to play better than their handicap in the Cup. So, Carmen, excited to hear about this pick. Dom, if you have any insight on how you approach that after the pick, would love to hear it.
Yeah. No, I do think you brought up a good point. Me and Marcus were texting about it earlier this week. Like, the draft starts at pick 8. I mean, if you look back at years past and you look at those 7 guys that without Aleko because he hasn't played, but normally the top 7 guys, they do what they're supposed to do, or they do around what they're supposed to do.
Right.
The guys in this next, pick 8 through 18 is where you win.
It's a lot of deviance can happen out on the course. You don't know if they're going to show up and shoot a 40 or a 51. It's very possible for the rest of the draft. So, Carmen, that means we're up to you.
Yeah, okay. This is when it starts to not be.
This is where it gets good.
All right. Am I
And if
better?
you need more time,
No, I don't.
Okay.
I know who I want. Can you hear me better now that the mic is here?
I hear you great. You're good. Go ahead.
Right here.
Everything should be good.
I'm going to take somebody that I completely agree. I think it's all about who's going to play better than their handicap. I'm going to take somebody that I'm all about taking some people that I thought were very important last year. Team Black being the team that won. I will take Jimmy Joe with my next pick.
holy shit, that's a high.
Is this your highest?
I think so. Usually,
I think I took you
Go, kid.
in the 5th last year, and I thought that was the highest.
Last year.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
fifth
is.
round.
I don't have much to say there. I know Dante usually goes before me. Cooper usually goes before me. But if we look at 1v1s, every time they're picked before me, I beat them. So I show up for the cup. I know it's a rocky road getting there, but it's all locked in now. So excited to be on Team Red and bring it back to Team Red. Joey, I don't know. You got anything on me?
I do. Jim, have you ever seen the movie Captain Phillips?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, look at him. He's the captain now. Jim was the captain of the very first victory in the DADDL Cup because we tied the first year.
We don't want to mention the tie though, but
But Jim was the captain of the very first victory, so that will go down in history. You captained the first victorious team in the DADDL Cup.
love it. Thanks, Joe. All right. Wow. That felt like a little bit of a shake-up to me. So now I'm interested to see how Dom, what's the word I'm looking for?
Response?
Responds.
So this is why I love the draft, because I'm looking at a sheet where I've done 10 mock drafts, and none of the 10 matched these first 4 rounds, which I think is hilarious. But I'm also giggling over here because I feel like it's in my favor. I really wanted Jim. I'm not gonna lie about that. I think I picked Jim last year at a high spot. I told him this. I told everyone this. He was number 17 in my power rankings, and I moved him up to 9 the day before the draft. Like, he got picked high. He performed last year. I really wanted him. Not gonna lie about that. I will say, so while one of the captains was out calling people today and making texts about who has heart and all this other bullshit, there was another captain who was out playing golf with 2 people. 2 people that would be drafted very similar positions, 2 people who have a rivalry, 2 people that I wanted to see. I played with Jim enough this summer, but I wanted to see the other guy, and I want to see who would outperform the other. And I got to see that. And now I'm getting that guy. You basically gifted him to me. So I'm going to take Dante.
Dante it is.
I didn't get a call today. Fuck.
Dante, yeah, definitely. I'm glad I got a chance to play with him today. I think he scored me 40-43 as far as the round goes.
It was tight. I mean, you guys played really tight.
It's always a good matchup. Listen, I have fun with Dante. There is a fun rivalry there. Great golfer, great ball striker. Excited to see him go here at 9. Record still stands. Got him in one-on-one, so we'll see if that matchup happens again this year. Joe, what do you got for Dante?
I have Dante as the dominant Dante. In 2023, if you combined overall whole win percentage and match win percentage, Dante was far and away dominant at 59.88%. The next closest was Carmen at 57.9%. So dominant. Dante had a banger of a year in 2023.
You know, Dante is someone like I'm always up against. I never get to play with, and he's someone I wish I could play with just 1 year. If we can make that happen, captains, that would be a lot of fun. Cool. All right. Now, Carm, you're up. 10th pick. Again, starts getting more and more interesting. So, Dante, myself, off the board. Who's your next competitor for Team Red?
Decided between 2 people, but I think I'm going to land on someone also returning to the Cup. I really like where it's his home course. A lot of people don't think I'm going to pick him. I'm going to go with Joel right here.
I have to say, I saw some looks over here from Team Black, so I'm curious why the pick with Joel, and then I want to get their reaction after that.
I think that he's a good player for his handicap, and I'm all about getting good players for the handicap right now.
I mean, if you do look at his player card that we have up or going to have up on the board, he does have a cup win percentage of 4-0-1. So the only one that's still technically undefeated who's coming back into the cup. So you do have some experience. He hasn't played a ton, hasn't been a part of the cup the last couple of years, but I know he's been chomping at the bit to get back in. Dom, Chris, I saw the reactions over here. Just want to hear your takes.
I mean, this is why I think you and I are great captains for the cup, because we have very differing views, right? Like, that is you think about high performing teams, the best teams, high performance wise, have differing opinions and challenging each other. Joel was nowhere near this position in my power rankings. In yours, he was. So I think it makes for a good entertainment value, and maybe it works out for you. But yeah, I did not have him here at all at this high of a pick.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I gave him that look was because we didn't think he would pick him that high, right? So it's like if we liked Joel, we thought, okay, he's more of a certain level round player. So like we had other guys in our rankings, right, that we really liked. And nothing against Joel at all. It's just we didn't expect that at all. So it's again, like Dom said, it's fun. It's not like we're trying to like laugh in his face or anything like that. It's just like, oh shit, we didn't like think about that at all.
No, I mean,
You threw a loop.
You have a very good point. He's won at the cup. It's his home course.
Wants to get back in it. You heard his speech. He wants to get back in it.
Great speech last year. Like we honored him last year.
Yeah.
And that's a tough position, right? To be honored for the cup and not actually be in it.
Yeah.
Like that had to be a tough spot. But he took it like a champ, gave a great speech. I played with him up at Chautauqua over the 4th of July. He played decently. Not a bad pick. I just didn't see it happening in the 5th round.
Well, again, seems like we're going risk reward over here on Team Red, throwing Team Black a little bit for the loop. So interested to see how this transitions to the next pick. We got some good golfers still out there. Waiting to see how this next pick evolves and who it's going to be. I think I have a feeling, but I'm curious, Dom, where you're sitting on this.
Well, before we do that, I have something for Joel.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the stat man.
Come on now. So, you guys remember Al Davis? What was Al Davis saying? Just win, baby. And that's what I have for Joel. Joel gets the Al Davis just win, baby. Joel doesn't know what it's like to lose in the DADDL Cup. He is undefeated in every single one that he's participated in. So Joel is just win, baby.
That's great. Good to have you back in the cup, Joel. Looking forward to having you on Team Red. We got Team Black over here strategizing. Marcus, while they're strategizing, would love to get your opinion if you wouldn't mind sharing like how the draft is going and what you think so far. Oh, we can't do that.
Is he gonna pick?
No, I think it's time.
Surprised at the draft so far.
Great analysis.
Tell me more.
I'm just surprised. And
Okay. A man of many words.
There you have it.
We will take to Dom now with the next pick. Someone help me. What pick are we on? 10? 11?
Pick, 6th round, pick 11.
Okay. I need something in front of me to remind me. Pick 11, Team Black. You're on the clock.
This is a fun part of the draft.
Take your time. You got 5 minutes.
You got 5 minutes. I think there's some good golfers out there still.
I don't know if the take your time, Don. I want to say, I don't know if you guys are listening. Let us know if you could hear the noise in the background. It's like extra in my.
We got some
headphones?
bocce going on out
Is
there.
it bocce? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if these old people are playing beer pong or bocce. Nice. All right. Well, yeah. Let us know.
You getting the itch? You want to go challenge them? Well, yeah. I think we got some interesting people.
Yeah,
Mark's still out there.
Absolutely.
Cooper's still out there.
Yeah.
We got some good golfers there. We got Miguel. He's here, so we have to say his name.
Miguel got a new driver.
Okay,
He changed. Miguel used to hold it like a hockey stick. He changed it. He got the normal golf swing now. He said he had to go to the doctor because his pinky hurt. The doctor
Because you got a new swing?
yeah.
Hey, if it don't hurt.
Doctor told me I need to play more to get used to it.
So you were.
That's the doctor.
He's making the
Can I get the name of that doctor?
That's the doctor. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on this, but
You can say whatever.
the doctor called you a pussy.
Yeah, Miguel's still
Well, I
out
don't
there.
know. If that doctor's writing prescriptions to play more golf, I think we all should see him.
Yeah.
That's a very good point, Joe.
Man,
what do you
he's-
have about the doctor in your stat sheet?
Oh, just wait till we get to Cooper. Wait till we
Oh,
get to Cooper.
Coop.
That's funny.
That's could be coming. I think Dom's.
He's the
Dom,
man.
where's your head at right now? You don't have to give any insights or strategy, but where's my? Are you texting a
No,
player?
I think so because we're a little bit ahead. I'm getting texts from people in the rounds before, and that's what's cracking me up.
Okay.
Like I got a text from Dante recently, which that pick was 10 minutes ago
Yeah,
or something. But,
Hey, Big Lou was watching.
No way.
I said,
how many watchers right now?
I don't know.
You can't tell.
Who knows the video is gonna make you guys?
Yeah. All right, so he still has a few minutes. Joe, you played very well at the Cup last year.
Thank you.
I would say above your handicap. Last few years, I would say that because Barnhart and I played you and Paul the year before when we were at Peak and Peak.
Yeah.
Last year, obviously, we went back to Chautauqua. Where's your game right now? Give us a little rundown.
So I've been taking lessons.
Yeah.
No,
And,
whoa,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like Chris last year, working in the dark, man.
Yeah.
That's silent.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been taking lessons. I finally broke 100 at Kinsale, which I was feeling pretty good about. I mean, it's, I got this, the trusty fairway finder with that hybrid off the tee. So, and
Good short game.
Short game's dialed in.
Can I talk about the short game
Go
a little
ahead.
bit?
Yeah.
So I had to play Joe and Dom twice this year at Safari, and both times I had to deal with Joey's short game where
Dude,
he
the chips are just.
chipped two in. There was like a 50-foot putt. I looked at. I think it was Carmen. I go, he's gonna make this, and then he sunk it. Just
Great cup partner to have.
Absolutely.
by the way.
You know,
Vibes always high, and you
It-
know you're gonna get good short game and good putts.
And that's what's interesting about the Cup, right? Because it's not necessarily about your current handicap and what you can do on the course solo. There's different parts of your game that'll shine in the Cup because you have scramble, where okay, if you can't drive the ball, who cares? Your partner, will set you up with a good partner. You have alternate shot. You can't drive the ball, don't care. Give out your 6-iron, get out your hybrid, get it out there, right? Or, there's team total net where you do have to play your own ball. However, you get to work with your partner and be smart on those shots. And obviously, short game is huge in all those situations. So that's why I love the Cup.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point. I remember playing with Joe. I think it was when I was like, I'd get real pissed at golf, and Joe was my partner. And this dude just put on some Led Zeppelin, had us do some fireball shots, and we
Yes.
started just like clicking. So it's like that's a big part of the Cup too, outside of just skill and what you can do in these different matches. You got to have a supportive teammate that you can
Yeah.
really jive with.
Absolutely, 100%.
Dom, are we ready for this
ready.
next pick?
Yeah, I've been ready. I'm
Okay.
just waiting on you. So there's two guys I'm looking at. They have very, very, very similar, maybe what some would say the same handicaps right here at this pick. Two different avenues we could go down. We could take the better golfer who performs under pressure and has proven themselves at the Cup.
Miguel?
Could be. Or we could take the guy who has built the Team Red strategy. And I think, you probably don't know who the other person is until I pick them. But you probably know who the guy is that built the Team Red strategy. I mean, I think it's been clear as day. Obviously, last year he was our co-captain. It's been clear to me for the last couple weeks that, he's taken a very strategical mindset into helping Team Red. So it's basically, at this pick, between Marcus and Cooper. And so who do I want? Do I want the guy who's I think is a better golfer, or do I want to take a shot to the heart for Team Red and take his strategical
Pawn.
pawn type of thing?
That's a chess analogy.
I need to play more chess.
So
I have no idea how to play.
between those two guys, I'm going to take Coop.
Ooh. Cooper.
Cooper. What do we got on Coop? Look at Cooper in this picture. I love this picture of Coop. That is just that is fantastic. And Coop is a great golfer. Doesn't get out much. We know he's busy. My dude's a surgeon. He's got 3 kids now, right? Congratulations, Coop.
Bennett.
One in,
Congratulations on Bennett
and he has a Carmen too.
and a
He has a
Carmen.
Carmen. All right, we are.
Next might be a Jimmy Joe Cooper. Who knows?
He's gonna have an Aleco next year.
Cooper is a great golfer. His stats, though, do look a little subpar for the Cup. When we're looking at the Cup record, we're looking at the Cup win percentage. His amount of holes won, still, he's got 51%, which is good. 2.5 team points. I think maybe it's just matchups that he's against, or if he can't last all 3 days, whatever it is. However, great golfer. I love the little lead in between Marcus and Cooper. So I'm curious how that's going to sit with Team Red over here. How that's going to, how that's going to affect your pick and what you're strategizing here with potentially your co-captain.
I like to say one thing. Cooper's handicap went up quite a bit. And with his recent scores, I think that played a big factor into this last pick.
As
I
far
think both of theirs did. Like,
Yeah.
Coop went from a 12 to an 18. You went from a 12 to 18. I mean, it was.
That's
it's
a great-
weird how similar they're.
That's a great point, though, for Cooper. And I was just wondering, I was like surprised to see his stats. Cooper not playing as much golf, but having a 12 handicap and having to compete that's tough. So getting those extra strokes, that's a good thing to look at. Good strategy on you guys to take a peek at that and notice that too.
The other crazy thing is, so Cooper did have his third kid a couple weeks ago, and he and I texted, and he told me who it was, and I said congrats, and he's like, yeah, I'm probably not golfing from now until the Cup, and I was like, totally understandable,
Yeah.
right? You got your hands full. And then he went out 3 days later and played, and I'm like, how the hell are you getting out?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Because I know in my life, in my family, I wouldn't be getting out.
Coop's a tough opponent too. He will drive the dagger into your heart with just whether it's hitting drives into the woods that magically bounce out and hit the tree and into the fairway, or just draining 40 footers and acting like it's nothing. He is a demoralizing person to play against. So, Carmen, you're on the clock here with this next pick. Sorry, Stats Joe.
Yes. So you guys have heard of the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? The 1886 Gothic horror novella about a respected doctor that creates a potion that transforms him into a violent, immoral alternate self, and his darker side takes over. He loses control and destroys himself. Well, when it comes to alternate shot, Cooper is in complete control, and he's writing prescriptions of whoop-ass with unlimited refills, and he's destroying his competition. He's the only player to twice sweep the alternate shot section of the entire weekend since the expanded format in 2021 and in 2024.
Awesome. Man, I gotta ask, Joe, did you sit down like one night and just start writing these? Was AI used at all?
No, this was all me. So for Cooper, we have the Dr. Cooper, Mr. Hyde. Dr. Colin, Mr. Cooper. Dr. Colin, Mr. Cooper.
I gotta hand it to you, Joe. This is pretty impressive stuff that you did this all on your own. Kudos to you, man. It's bringing another element. Glad we have it paired with the player stats and the slides. Carmen, you're up, my man.
Yeah, sorry. Little Aleco text. Very funny. I'm a dog, good pick. I don't want to wear red though. Too bad.
He's on team
Just a
Mark.
lead-in,
I'm
just
fucking
a
telling you,
promotion
dude.
right now.
I don't
He's
want
on
to buy
team
a bunch of red shirts. I'm like, neither did I, and I bought fucking 20.
Marcus and Maleko, instant pairing right now. They'll wear white.
Alternates.
I'm very torn, but I went with, me and Paul talked this over, and we're going to go with Marcus with our next pick for team.
There he is. He's off the board. I know you probably have a ton to say, so I'm not even going to lead into anything.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
okay.
say- yeah, I mean, I make fun of Zampini, and he knows this. But I've definitely, the last 2 years, not been prepared for the Cup, at least in the ways that I thought. So 2023, I was not prepared in the way of how the Cup went. In 2024, I was a little bit too busy, I would say, call it partying. Yeah.
Get more ass and pussy.
By 2025, I would say, like, I seriously dedicated myself in February. I had a 7-month plan to get ready for the Cup. And I've arrived at this time, and I'm ready for the Cup. And it's a process. It's not a result-oriented thing. So if it doesn't happen this year, it will happen eventually.
How has Jimmy Tropicana helped you with your game?
Oh, now you got him going.
I mean, that's my guy.
Keep it simple, right?
Just keep it simple, low and slow, everything easy, take it easy.
Love it. Love to see the pick. Hey,
So
what do you have to say to Dom about the little spiel he gave about you and Cooper?
I thought it was fair, to be honest.
That's not fun.
What's fair is fair to me. But I mean, really, like, yeah, I mean, I like math. I like strategy. So, like, I'm always going to be doing that with somebody in some way, probably. So
It is.
that's just me.
It is maybe my favorite tradition since Marcus has joined. It's the quitting of the cup, and then 3 weeks before the cup, it's all he talks about. It is so much fun.
If you look at my notes, to be honest, I had in March through May, tell everybody I hate golf, say that I quit. That's rate or suck.
So it's all part of the master strategy.
Yeah,
Did you read the 40 laws of power? Is that what this is?
I may have.
We do need to state the obvious here, though. This is a year where we brought in how many new guys? 3 guys.
Returners
Electro.
and
Yeah.
So we had to bring in 3 guys. We got to, and I don't know how many people know this, but we got to a point where, sadly we lost Corey towards the very close to the cup.
He's not dead.
No, we didn't. Yeah, he just can't play. Can't play. Sorry, I didn't.
For all the
way you phrase that.
For all the viewers out there,
Just so we can be
Corey
clear.
Girl
Yes,
Corey is
cannot
alive.
play.
ain't dead yet.
He ain't dead yet.
So we got to a point where, at very close to the cup, Corey could not play, and this is how extra we are. We said, hey, and it was probably me. You guys probably thought I was crazy, but I said, why don't we create an application for anyone else who wants to join? Have them fill out an application. We'll review the application and we'll choose the one person. And that's how Joel got in. What I'm trying to say is, Marcus, we are at our bare minimum of people, so you cannot quit. All right? There is no Andrew, there is no Joel hanging out there. So if you have a bad day and you want to quit, we got nobody else. All right?
Woosah. Woosah, baby.
So for Marcus,
Joey Fins.
Marcus, I have you as always a bridesmaid. You have the most holes won, most match points, and most team points without winning a cup.
Wow.
All right, well, it's year 3. We're going to change that, Team Red. Cool. Okay.
All right.
All right. That.
Shades Patroller.
So, Marcus off the board. Cooper off the board. Who we got out there, Joe?
Pick 13.
Thanks for reminding me now. Pick 13. Starts getting interesting. More interesting. These are guys that need to play well above their handicap, or at least be a good supportive teammate, help win some holes. Who else we got out there? Who are you going with here at pick 13?
So now we're at a point where everybody is more than a 20 handicap, right? So yeah, we're at the higher handicap groups. So, and these are the guys that if they're 20 something handicap and they go out and shoot an 85 or in the 80s or even low 90s, I mean that's a huge.
I mean, that happened last year. Didn't that? Luke did that on Thursday, did he not?
I think Luke shot like
He won
I think
the net
He won
thir-
the money.
he
for
won the net-
lowest net score.
Yep.
It was like a net 69.
Yeah.
Net 70, something like that.
Yeah. Nice. Does that mean you're picking Luke?
No. I have to actually look at something real quick.
All right. What do we, while Dom does that, to give him some time, go through the pick, what are we most looking forward to in this year's Cup?
Are we talking golf or outside of golf gym?
Just everything. Anything, golf, outside, daddle.
How about we get some crowd
Audience
participation?
Yeah, Miguel, come in here. Come.
Did you play last year?
No.
No, you're back.
I had a child.
You had a child.
a child. All right, Miguel.
What are you looking forward to? Well, actually, before we get into that, what are your thoughts on the draft so far? How do you think it's stacking up? Where do you
Man.
see? Is it pretty even? What are you thinking?
This is probably the craziest draft since the '84 draft. You had Marino, you had all those other guys.
Marino.
Jim Kelly.
Great.
But let's get back to what I'm excited about.
All right, what are you excited about? I weren't there last year. Had
I
a
was
kid.
not there last year.
Obviously, grown family. Kind of a theme around here.
I'll say this too, Miguel. He missed the year where everybody got there Wednesday night as opposed to Thursday night. right? So we had a little bit of extra time at the Cup, more
I
days
got
of
there
golf.
Wednesday 2 years ago. We
I
played
thought
the,
we started that last year.
we played the warm-up round at
Oh,
Peak
all
and
right,
Peak.
all right. Well, it's your first time playing 3 rounds of
Yeah.
meaningful golf. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Thursday night,
That
NFL hot tub party!
we got Philly and Dallas Thursday night. Football
Miguel
kicks off.
hosted the first and only XFL hot tub party at Dow, and people are still talking.
Oh yeah.
And then I passed out.
That was a great moment, and thank you for Aleko is a Cowboys fan, so we're gonna see how he responds to that game, depending on how that goes for him.
Actually, Friday night we got an NFL hot tub party too. 'Cause there's a game Friday night too.
They put a game on Friday.
Yeah.
Dang, are you sure about that?
No.
100%.
Slim shades.
Well, that's great. Anyone else? Dom, are you ready for the pick? Or
Yeah, I'm happy. I had to look up a number real quick. So I was a little nervous with the strategy that Carmen came into it with when he said, "Hey, I went and looked at my 2023 team, and I was trying to rebuild that lineup." Great strategy, by the way. I'm being 100% honest. Like you won that year. You actually smoked us, and trying to recreate that team was a very good idea. So no, I never thought I would get the opportunity to look at these guys in round 7. I thought they'd be gone in round 5 or round 6. I've got to make a decision between a guy that I played against last year who took me down to the wire. I'll be honest, when you paired me with Angelo in the 1v1, I was like, this is going to be an easy one. And he fucking drugged me around that course, except for the last 4 holes. And, Marcus got to see it. He was in the cart with Angelo. And I really had to zone in on those last 4 holes just to win that match by 1 point. And I've seen Angelo put up consistently good numbers. He's probably playing the second most golf in the Cup, behind Paul. I mean, those guys play together, which you can imagine makes him even a better golfer, right? You spend enough time with a good golfer
Absolutely.
like Paul, you're going to get better. So I got to make a decision here. I think Angelo's handicap is probably the closest, or he is the person that can play at that handicap the most. Like when I look down at handicap differential, that's the secret, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or that's my secret. I look at how often can he play at his number, and the dude hits it spot on. But here's a number to remember. Net 30. Joe Fisher shot a net 30 on the first 9 holes of the 1v1. No one has touched that number, okay? The guy comes in at a 26 handicap. So,
God damn.
if I got to choose between Joe Fisher, who shows up at the Cup year over year, and Angelo, who, I mean, he's right there. He's about to show up, and he's trending in the right direction. I'm going to take Joe. And another thing about Joe. So Joe has been my co-captain, or not my co-captain, but my caddy in the match year after year. And I was in a tough spot this year. I mean, Carmen, and 2 years in a row now. I was in a tough spot both years. Carmen, last year and this year, had my number for the first 9 holes. I mean, even this year, he had my number for like the first 13 holes. And I'll never forget the conversation that Joe and I had driving off of, I think it was like the 11th hole. It was weird because we started on the back. And he said, hey, with all due respect, the talking's over. Like, now's the time to perform. And I never expected that from him, but it woke me up. It was like, all right, you're right. Enough of this bullshit. Like, in the context was, I was like, hey man, I got to get on a streak. I got to start winning some holes. And he goes, Dom, with all due respect, the talking's over. And that's what propelled me to win a few holes. And that's what separates the Joe versus Angelo pick. So I'm going to go with Joe.
Great pick. Joe's off the board. testament to what I was talking about, how important it is to be a great teammate, great coach, but also be able to show up, obviously putting in the work, Joe. So excited to see you go here and know what you can bring to a team. Wanted to hear more about, how you're preparing for the Cup and what it means to you to be on Team Black.
It means a lot. I mean, Dom and I play a lot of golf together. We hang out a lot together. Living just a couple streets away, we tend to do that. So, just kind of being that close and playing a lot of golf together, it's kind of fitting, and I'm really looking forward to it. As I said, I've been taking lessons, so I've been kind of preparing, trying to hone my game a little bit more, trying to get better off the tee. As we all know, you guys like to refer to me as Joey Slice, so been trying to straighten that thing out. Hopefully get to use the driver a little bit more, but I'll be wise with it. I'm not going to be willy-nilly and make dumb decisions. So I'm really looking forward to it. Mentally prepared. I can't wait to talk shit. I cannot wait to talk shit.
Joe's a secret shit talker.
Yeah.
Like you don't get it throughout the summer or throughout the course of the year, but then he flips a switch at the Daddle.
Oh yeah, Joe. Who on? Go ahead, Chris.
Sorry about that. For one, I want to say, Joe, you didn't win a cup until 2023, played very well in 2023, came back in 2024 for Team Black, played very, very well, got two chips under your belt, so I know that was a nice little weight off your shoulders. Two, do you have a thing about you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on.
He didn't do himself.
Come on. You know me. I'm too humble. I don't do that.
Wait, how many people have a two-year win streak?
There's Barnhart and Lou also.
So you, Barnhart, and Lou are on a 2-year win streak. Okay.
Nice.
Go to the 3D. They work out with Pat Holmes.
Joe, I gotta ask, looking at Team Black, is there anyone on Team Black that you're most excited to potentially get to play with?
Ooh, can I pull up the Team Black? Are we still in the?
Yeah,
Chris,
go ahead.
Zampini, Lou, Pat, Dante, Cooper. Jesus Christ, that's a good team.
Yeah, I mean, I just there's really you can throw a dart at any of people and that board and hit anybody. I'd love to play with any of those guys.
Got it.
So it's just to me it looks like a solid team up and down.
Awesome. All right, Joe's off the board. Carmen, I heard a shit come from you when that pick was brought in. Were you looking at Joe there? If not, who are you looking at here?
I was looking at Joe, like I had to be talked down a ledge. I was looking at Joe very early and wanted to see if I could wait for him. Probably not the right strategy. I don't know if you've seen Draft Day where they give you, where he writes down a name on a Post-it note. But I really wanted Joe. And I feel like the last 2 years, it was some cups he didn't win. These last 2 years, he's been a huge part of those teams winning. So I think that's a great pick there. Not going to lie.
Do you need some time into this
No,
next pick, or are you ready to go?
I know what Dom does, but it's still like sometimes you got to shake off what Dom's doing type of thing. It's like you still got to do what you're going to do type of thing. So like, I always check in with somebody and say, is it the right pick? Okay, you gotta fucking draft your blood sometimes, so I'll go Ange.
Angelo Catullo. He is on Team Red again.
It's a good pick.
Tulos versus levels.
That should be good job. That would be a matchup.
Make
This
that a
is
matchup.
this is the second
That'd be
time the
fun.
Levels have been on a team in Cup history.
I was gonna say it's not often you and Dante on that.
Were they on the same team?
I believe it was early on. It was either 2018 or 2019, but it was very early on that they were on the same team.
We won.
I'll be honest. There was a year where, and let me think if I'm divulging any. No, so there was a year that I knew Chris wasn't going to be on my team, and my thought process was, all right, I need to have Dante. So the only thing is, like, maybe Dante could get under Chris's skin at least. Like,
That's
and there was a moment in the pool house, I remember, that it was getting a little chippy.
Well, I think we might have played one day, and then the next day I made a switcheroo, and I was getting shit for it, but it worked out well.
Carm, talk to me about that pick. Picking your brother. Have you talked to Ange much leading up to the Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to him all the time. He feels great about his game. He's short, he gets a lot of... I will say he's getting further off the tee. He's feeling good about his game. I do agree with Dom. Like, his handicap is, like, where he's been playing. Where there's players that, like, can they play better than their handicap type of thing. Like, for Jim.
Yeah.
I drafted Jim where he was because in my mind, I think Jim's more of a like 15, 16 handicaps. So when I see 19 or close to the high teens, I'm like, and how Jim's played at the Cup, how he does it 1v1, how the whole board did, kind of outside of me last year in 1v1. I knew I needed a board member or two back. That's why I was hoping for Joe. So I was really happy with Jimmy Joe. But Angelo, I feel great about his game. I agree, playing a ton helps. I mean, there's a lot of guys that don't play a lot. They still perform at the Cup sometimes. So, but I liked having somebody who's been playing a ton, focusing. That's Ange.
Well, I think that's a good point that both of you guys make. And I don't think I looked at that enough. It's just like that player that you're getting in Angelo who consistently plays at his handicap, that's good to have. You know what you're going to get. You know, with me, I would agree, Carm. It's a bit of a risk. I could shoot terrible, you know, but it deviates. With Angelo, it's consistent. You know it's 19. That's what he's going to shoot, maybe even a little better. But he's not going to veer off too far from that.
Right. No, Carmen, I think you did the right thing there. Like I said, I mean, Angelo is the guy that I've seen slowly trending upward and always playing to the number that he should. And
yeah,
that's huge.
Absolutely. With that, Dom, we come over to you for the next pick. Joe, before that, has stats though.
For Angelo, so Angelo gets dubbed the 1%er. According to the USGA, less than 1% of golfers shave 3 strokes off their golf game per year. Angelo has gone from a 25 in his DADDL Cup debut in 2022 to an 18.2 today. Wow. So that's very impressive.
That is quite the improvement, and again, testament to just what we've been saying. It's consistency, so that's great to hear. Thanks for that, Joe. Dom, are you ready for the next pick?
Yeah, I just want to look at one thing real quick.
All right, while Dom is tragic, I got an interesting question I want to ask. I know we don't change a lot here at the Cup, but if you had your way, what is one thing that you want to see changed with the DADDL Cup?
Oh my goodness. Well, we know Marcus wants white instead of red.
I can go first if you want some time to think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've said it. I've gotten a little bit towards my way with more 1v1, but ending with 1v1 for me would be, I think, the icing on the cake.
Yeah, and we did 9 holes of that last year.
18 holes.
Yeah.
18 holes 1 week.
So-
Like true Ryder Cup style.
Yeah.
And I get that 100%. It was fun to do 1v1 last year. The only thing is, for me personally, I get why you like that, is I love the team aspect. And being able to do that on the last day, if there are meaningful points available to you, means a lot to me. So 9 holes, right? As opposed to playing 9 holes of a scramble or something, and then 18. So for me personally, I like ending with the team, but obviously 1v1 6.
Yeah.
So
If we can get that scenario that we still haven't gotten quite there yet, where it's come down to the last day, the last green, the last pairing, and everyone's watching. We haven't quite gotten there yet, but we're close.
I want to say something about that. For years, we've talked about how much we want it to come to the last pairing, right? And I saw a guy on Instagram miss a putt for his whole team of 20 other guys, whatever it was. And you have the other team's colors just jumping. They're so excited. And I looked at that one guy who missed the putt, and I'm like, if that was
Did he break
me,
a putter?
if that was me, if that was
yourself.
one of my good friends, I would feel you wouldn't be able to enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah.
Of course it's gonna be fun if it comes down to it, but I'd feel horrible if they miss it.
Yeah.
But then again, if I'm on the other team and they make it, I want to kill them. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
So think about that. What's one thing, if you had your way, anybody, if you had your way, what's one thing you would love
I
to
wish
see?
we had more courses available to us in the area rather than just playing the same 2. I know we played Peak and Peak 2 years ago, but I wish it was more in the local area that we could play rather than just the same 2 over and over again. Not that those 2, I love those 2 courses. They're great. But, just a little bit more variety I think would be nice.
Don's building one right there.
Yeah, we get Dante and Paul on the excavator and let them turn loose, of course, at DADDL.
Turn into a little
We might
goat
have
path, yeah.
At least a 9-hole course or something.
Get lights, a little night ball.
All right, are we ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
So this is round 8, pick, what would that be, 16? No, 15. Another tough spot. I mean, I like the way the team looks right now because it's a lot of the same guys that I had last year. A couple new guys. I've got to make a decision where, I mean, I think I'm going to lose one of these two guys that I had on my team last year. So, you know, I'm looking at a guy like Barnhart. I'm looking like a guy like Tim. Tim was phenomenal last year, how he came in, first time ever into the Cup, and we signed him on a 1-year contract. There it is.
Just a matter of time.
Hey, we made it through 7 rounds without it happening. But so, you know, Tim came into the Cup last year with not knowing too many people, first time, but just performed out of his ass. Barnhart's been a guy who's been in the Cup year after year. He tends to throw some high scores out there, but then he also tends to, you know, hit those huge putts or hit those big chip shots when you need them. But I'm going to go with Barnhart on this one.
Barney the God Killer. Barney is, I think, the most entertaining person in the Cup, and I'm so glad that he can make it year in, year out. Great Cup record, by the way. 5-2-1, 27 holes won. Always going to have a good time with Barnhart. I know you play well with him, so if you get the chance to do that, that's an excellent matchup. What else went into the thought here with Barney as far as just team chemistry, knowing Chris is on the team, he can pair well with anybody?
Yeah, so it was interesting. I've always heard about people telling me how good a partner Barnhart is. And legitimately last year, I was like, I got to see this for myself. And the way the points were day by day last year, day 1, 9-hole scramble didn't really mean much. Like all the points were a lot of the points were on Saturday. So it was almost like, hey, let's experiment with pairings on day 1. And I paired myself with Barnhart just to see what the hype is about. And I fucking loved it. I mean, we whooped on Carmen and Dante, and I was like, all right, now I see what everyone's talking about. Like, he's a
Gets
good...
the Crown Peach flowing.
Yep.
Hits the hybrid. Every single shot.
Carries two pitching wedges. You never know when you're going to do the other one.
He told me he's been using a driver lately, and he said he has two hybrids and 2 pitching wedges.
What more do you need?
3 hybrids, 2 the same hybrids.
He's probably got the least amount of clubs out of anyone in the Cup.
He went, whoa, that's all I need, fam.
Also, just found out today, breaking news, Barney was a 5th grade chess champion.
Yeah.
So add that to the mix.
What? He beat Rob Stanton?
When Jimmy Joe mentioned he didn't know anything about chess, Barnhart said, "I'll teach you chess, motherfuckers." A 5th grade champ.
How about that?
Who was in this tournament?
Rob Stanton?
I would believe.
What do you got on Barney, Joe?
Well, I don't know about Queen's Gambit, but he is the king of the memes, and I couldn't find one because this isn't a visual platform here, even though we are on video. But so for Mr. Barnhart, I have the scrambled eggs and bacon. He is the top 3 in team points career for scramble, and he brought home the bacon in 2020, first year of 1v1, when he was sizzling by being one of the only players not to lose, being the only player not to lose a hole in 1v1 when he went 6-0-3 versus Carmen.
Wow.
Yep.
That Crown Peach must have been flowing that
He was
day.
hitting hybrids from, it didn't matter if it was 130 out to 230. He'd be like, hybrid fame. He'd fucking put on the green.
Barnhart now part of Team Black. Carmen, you are on the clock.
Yeah, this was somebody I was eyeing. Motherfucker.
Just let it go at this point.
Let it go. It's so awesome.
But
It's so awesome.
I wish people would see what we went through 5 minutes before the draft.
I
to get that up.
This was somebody I wanted, was definitely highlighted before the draft. We just talked about him. Showed up last year. We talked earlier today, I think, with Tim, who I'm taking right here, Tim's scores. If you look at them, a lot of the higher scores are at some fucking Walt Disney's resorts and shit. When he actually plays at a course he's used to, I think he plays really well. Also, vibes guy. Tim is one of our best additions as far as a dude. That guy's awesome. I love Tim. I'm very happy to draft him on Team Red.
Awesome.
Timmy, and he's doing the video this year.
Hey, yeah.
Doing the video.
Let's seriously talk about that for a minute. We're getting a professional this year.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Damn,
what you've
Dom.
been doing. I'm just saying.
Wow.
The dude's
Hard to
got
trade for me.
The dude's got to come on.
Are you on social
Trade,
media?
trade.
So no, the video is always a little bit stressful for me because it's important. We do a hype video every year. It's important to try and grab new footage, and you try and get footage of everybody. And Lou Capola is not going to send me a video of himself swinging a golf club. So a lot of the time it's very difficult to do it ahead of time. You guys have been great with trying to get as much footage as possible, and usually that like day before or the day of the draft or whatever we show the hype video is when I'm taking a bunch of footage as well, and that's when I make it.
You're literally making it that day.
I know. Yeah.
And you're
So-
missing out on like hanging
Right.
out and everything. We don't. Yeah.
So Tim owns Three Palms Media down in Florida with his wife Colleen,
Shout out, Colleen.
and very successful real estate like videographer, photography. Sorry if I screwed that term up, but they obviously have a lot of experience with that, and they have a whole list of employees that they can say, hey, this is what we're looking for when it comes to the video, do X, Y, and Z. So Tim asked me basically what I was looking for, like what my vision was, and then he asked me to gather all of our content and drop it in a Dropbox, send it over to him. So I organized it by year. He and I spoke phone as well as text message, and we talked about how we want this year to look, and it's 100% going to be the best video by far. So
I
looking
cannot
forward
wait
to that.
for that. That is always a highlight.
Sad we're not getting Tim back on Team Black though.
That is, yes, great pick, great vibes guy. Carm, excited to have him on Team Red. Second appearance, had the win last year with Dom, 24 holes won. Talk to me a little bit about, hey, who could Tim pair up with? What do you think about his game and who he plays well with?
That's a great question because I didn't have him last year. So as far as who he'd pair up with, I honestly think he's one of those players that there's players where I'm like, oh, I got to think about who they'd pair with because of like their vibe or their energy or how they bounce off with somebody. That dude,
Yeah.
he could be with somebody that's like super high energy, super low energy, keeps the vibes the same. I think he's perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really realize this, but like coming into the DADDL Cup with 19 other guys that you've never played golf with, you probably only know like 5 of them. I mean, this is kind of what Aleko's going to deal with this year.
Yeah.
But like Tim just came in.
Yeah.
We paired him with Lou. And like Lou, spoiler alert,
hard to
Lou's
like.
not the most personable person, right? Like,
Piece of shit.
but they got along great, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Tim was just like, it was like he knew everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I knew Tim and Colleen, like just side story real quick because we're about to get to we know who's going the next
the
two.
meat of the draft.
But like Tim and Colleen, I knew them well-ish. I knew Colleen well. Like they invited me to a wedding that I should not have been invited to, but got invited, and it was the fucking best, one of the best trips of my life was going to their wedding. They were so welcoming. We hung out with them days before, days after. They're fucking great people.
The best.
They're
Great.
two of the best people I know. I got Tim.
High
go,
vibes
baby.
guy, good team chemistry. Love to have it on Team Red. All right. Are we down to the last 2 picks? Oh,
Yep.
I keep forgetting
All
about
right, yeah,
Joey's
so for
stats.
Tim gets the traveling man.
Yeah.
Up with the sun, gone with the wind. Complete the lyric.
Up with the sun, gone with the wind.
She always said I was lazy.
A huge dick.
So, Bob Seeger, Tim will travel exactly 1,179.8 miles to get to DADDL from his driveway in Fort Myers. Literally, I crunched the numbers. I did it exactly from Google Maps.
Wow.
Furthest distance anyone has traveled to get to the Cup. Also, guess who else is a resident of the Fort Myers area? Singer-songwriter, Bob Seeger.
Bob Seeger.
Bob, see, put it all together, Joey. Can we just give him the mic next
Let's
year?
give him a
Like,
round of applause.
yeah. This is a lot of work. Awesome. All right, here we go. We have 2 or 3 picks left.
2 picks.
2 picks.
2 picks left.
Last round.
Curious to see how these 2 fall. Which way is it gonna go?
Jim, what 2 do we have left? We have
Luke and Miguel.
Miguel.
Both great energy guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like they're both great teammates. Miguel didn't play last year. I played with them at least twice this year, I think. He's what you'd expect out of a 20-something handicap. He hits some bad shots, he hits some good shots. He's never down on himself, which is pretty cool. It would be. I mean, there was that one week where you went to Safari and you shot a really bad score, and everyone was giving you shit. And then you went out the next week, the same course, and beat that score by like at least 10 strokes or something.
Not bad the first one was.
Yeah, I mean, Luke's a guy that hasn't been in the Cup for a while. I think, help me on this, is this his third Cup now? Luke?
He was there 2 years ago.
Luke is entering his fourth Cup, so he's been in 3.
So he was what I would call Tim was, a few years ago. The guy that just inserts himself, plays with the boys, gets along with everybody.
Slightly higher energy.
Slightly high. I mean, one thing we know is Luke's going to have his shirt off at least once on the
Crosses
course.
the threshold of that pool
At
house.
least once.
Tarps off, baby. Let's go.
Luke shot a net 69 or 70. We already talked about it last year. I mean, he came into the Cup as a not so great golfer, but he really performed. And that's what resonates the most with me. So I'm going to take Luke.
Got it. Luke is off the board. Another great competitor. Again, I played against him a lot, and I can say always seems to play above his handicap. Like sometimes I sit there and I think there's no way this guy has this handicap because he plays so well. So a good pick here towards the end of the draft. Carmen, what do you got for the last pick?
Hold on.
Oh God, I keep forgetting about the stats.
Dom, you have a couple of nicknames for Luke. What's one of them?
Luke the Duke?
Duke of Earl, the Gene Chandler song from 1961. One of the lyrics, as I walk through this world, nothing can stop the Duke of Earl. Luke is entering his 4th year in the Cup. In his first 3 years, he has accumulated 114.5 match points. That is an average of 38.17 a year. And that is, and 17 team points, an average of 5.67 a year. That's an unprecedented pace. Nobody in the Cup has been able to do that so far. So he's just coming in and stomping dudes.
Like I said, shows up, definitely performs better than his handicap from what I've seen and experienced. So great pick there. Carmen, who we got? Give him a call.
By God, Chris Hanna walks in.
Dude, what if Howie walked in? There you guys would vote.
There was a moment where I was bummed that I didn't get Joe, but I'm going to rely on this pick to be my Joe. I want this pick to play better than his handicap because I've seen him play better than his handicap. Miguel is not the last pick, but he's on Team Red in my heart. Forever. You ain't no last pick in my mind, dude. Love you. I'll take Miguel.
Miguel, welcome to Team Red, my friend.
That's a good pick.
Come over here.
Solid.
I'm gonna go this side of the table.
Remember
Let's
that,
get your
Joe.
thoughts here, brother. First off, how's the pinky doing? Is it gonna hold up? Be good enough for the
Dude,
for
I
the
thought that was a
cup?
joke.
No, it's good. Advil, 4 rounds,
There you go.
maybe a gummy or 2.
Talk to us about where you feel your game at. Heard you just got a new driver. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yesterday, I golfed. Yeah, I hit a few pars in a row. Hit some bad holes, but you know what?
Is there a chip on your shoulder, Miguel? Going last in the draft.
Oh, there is always a chip on my shoulder.
So
always.
are we
In
gonna
life.
are we gonna focus on winning golf or are we gonna focus on winning bets?
Yes.
All right.
Hell yeah, bro.
We're gonna win golf. We're gonna win bets, and most importantly, we're gonna have some fun.
There you go. That about does it.
Hold on.
Oh, dude.
The theme.
Not so fast, my friend.
The year is 2021. What do all these have in common? Alabama Crimson Tide, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Lightning, Milwaukee Bucks, Baylor Bears, Atlanta Braves, and Miguel Layton.
Champions.
They're all champions. Miguel balled out in 2021 with 26 holes won, which was the most, 9 holes lost, which was the least, 10 holes halved, which tied for the least, and he had the highest hole win percentage with 68.89 and the highest match win percentage at 92.31 and the most team points with 6. So Miguel gets dubbed with champion pedigree.
Let's go, Miguel. That's some good numbers, man. Bring them this year for Team Red. All right. Does anyone else have anything else they want to add before we sign off this year's draft?
I just want to say that I love this shit. It's fun. It's a lot of work. If you guys are still tuning in, we appreciate you entertaining us. It's great. This is the best weekend I could say that I look forward to every year, besides spending time with family. And it's high competitive, but I can't wait not only for the golf, but basically for our time together. So,
Christ, Miguel!
Yes, Miguel.
And that is all we have for the 2025.
Go ahead.
No, I would just say, I think this is year 9. We've got it. We were watching the early hype videos and all the drafts before as we were setting up. Every year's gotten better and better. We've already started stewing on some ideas for year 10. I'm really excited about this year. I think next year there's going to be some huge improvements.
Got to do it big.
Big 10. We're doing it big for sure.
Cheers, Dave. Carmen,
last
anything
thing.
you want to
Yeah,
add?
I mean, 2 years ago, when we won, my team, definitely looked at it the same way that this draft just went down. So that's why I don't feel bad about my team. There were like some kind of weird looks about certain picks. Same that year too. So I feel like I feel great about my team. I looked up and down my team. Again, I was like, I really, really like, especially those, always talk about mid-round, that mid to like 3/4. It's like, that could be where it's won, especially if some players pushing stuff towards the top, which sometimes people just, dominate, whatever. But I really, really like where my team's at. I love being a fucking underdog. I love that we lost last year. I fucking love that I lost to Dom. Let's fucking go. Bring the fucking heat. Win the fucking cup.
Bam.
Oh,
Let's remember, this is to break the tie. Both 4-3-1.
Oh, yeah.
2025 will determine
First to 5.
first 5 wins in the cup.
a lot of people are already there, but
Thank you all for joining us. This has been a blast. Appreciate you, captains. Appreciate you all. Thanks all.
Cheers.
Let's go have fun.
Thank you,
Take
Marcus,
care.
for bringing Canes.
Thank you,
Thanks, Mark.